I think we can all agree that the N64 can be seen as the father of multiplayer gaming, as it was one of, if not the first consoles to release a 4-player multiplayer system for games like GoldenEye, Star Fox 64, or Mario Kart 64, just to name a few. Now back in 1996, this thing broke the mold when it came to gaming, but nowadays we have so much more, like 100-player battle royale sellout games, and greedy re-releases of the previous game, but with the most subtle changes. You know, now that I think about it, if Fortnite has actual lore, then how the hell did Snoop Dogg and Ice Spice fit into the lore? Like, it's just bonkers at this point. But much time has passed since the N64's release, and we've gotten so much more things that it's basically become obsolete at this point. Because, you know, nowadays we have wireless controllers and voice chat where you'll hear some 8-year-olds say more cuss words than Nintendo when they find out you used an emulator. Because, oh boy, trust me, they really do not like emulators. But recently I have come to discover that it's not all lost for the N64. In fact, just like a Pokemon, it has evolved. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to y'all the Analogue 3D. Now this thing comes with the full meal. I'm talking appetizer, main course, side dish, and dessert. But now that leaves us with the question, who or what is Analogue? Analogue is a company specializing in bringing back old consoles to the modern age with products like the Super NT, a revival of the Super Nintendo released back in 1980, and the Mega SG, a modernization of the Sega Genesis. They have other consoles and even some handhelds, but that's not what we're here for. You clicked on this video to hear about how the N64 is coming back, and trust me, it's great. Now the Analogue 3D is, as they put it, a reimagining of the N64 with things like 4K resolution, Bluetooth compatibility, and even modern connection ports. So as you can see, they went all out with this one. In fact, Analogue has spent 4 long years developing a way to play games without emulation. So Nintendo Attack Dogs, you can settle down because this doesn't even use emulation. This means that you're going to be able to play original N64 games the way that they were meant to be played, meaning 4K resolution with smooth and buttery gameplay. This also means that there won't be any audio imperfections, because I really don't think you want to play your game thinking that R2-D2 is banging a fax machine in the background. Now the N64 controller is iconic, don't get me wrong, but I'm pretty sure we can all agree that it is shaped a little funky. I swear to god, this thing looks like an alien dildo that Belle Delphine would have stocked away in her closet. But not to worry, that has been fixed by 8-Bit Do, a company closely tied with Analogue. The 8-Bit Do 64 controller takes all the great things about the N64 controller and blends it into this sleek and, dare I say, sexy looking controller with wireless Bluetooth compatibility. Now the bad thing is that this controller is sold separately from the console for $40, which is a pretty big con in my opinion, but in return you get a great looking controller with upgraded ergonomics and classic button feel. Now yes, you could use those new controllers, but this thing also has 4 slots in the front, and you may be wondering, those look very, very familiar. And that's because those things are also able to be connected with original N64 controllers, meaning that you don't even have to buy these new controllers. If you still have your old N64 controllers lying around, now might be the time to bust those out because you can just use those. But that's not where the pros end about the console, because this thing is also region free, which means that you're going to be able to play Japanese games and the USA games on one console. You know, I never understood why these games were region locked. Maybe somebody in the comments can tell us about it, but I mean, hey, I'll never know. Now all of this is possible due to the fact that it runs on its own brand new operating system called 3DOS. These things also have HDMI ports for seamless connectivity with your modern TVs, because trust me, do you really want to fiddle around with those fucking AV output input cables? No, I don't think you want to. This also has a built-in memory pack, a built-in expansion pack, dual band Wi-Fi, 2 USB-A ports for charging controllers, an SD card slot with an included 16GB SD card pre-installed, and a USB-C power output. Now all of this comes in at $249.99. Now you may think that that is expensive when, keep in mind, you're paying for upgraded hardware, a brand new and original OS designed for the console specifically, and you're even paying with like seamless connectivity with modern TVs and original N64 games. Now the fact that the controller isn't included does make it a little bit of an unfair purchase, because bought it would be around $290 in total, you know, excluding tax, but hey, you know, it is what it is. But now that I've buttered this up for you and everything, you probably go ahead and want to place your order. But here's the thing, it's not even out yet, and considering that, you might want to think, oh, maybe I'll just get a pre-order. You can't even get a pre-order because it's all sold out. So yeah, I think it's going to be a while before anybody else can get their hands on these. Now, if I were to guess, it'd probably be like 50% of the pre-orders were placed by scalpers, and like the rest were placed by like tech reviewers. And I'm looking at you, Mr. Who's the Boss. I'm looking right at you, buddy. Now that'll be it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please make sure to like, comment down below because I read all my comments, and make sure to subscribe because hey, that helps me out a lot. And yeah, I guess that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Adios.